Do you think like the reflection? Right, I can't really talk now. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 18 of Magnets and Mental Health. I'd like to apologise, it's a little bit later than what I advertised, but I've been away this week and I've spent the last 4 days in Warwickshire and it's been an amazing time away. It's been a very hard working time away and it's been a real eye-opener because I stayed with Jen Cooper and her lovely boys and Marco. And I saw for myself just how hard their day-to-day 24/7 lives are. But we'll talk about that on a future episode, I think. And tonight it's all about a very special guest that I've got on and a very close friend of mine. And we're going to have Keith Pointer. So bear with me for 30 seconds because I've got to paste a link and I haven't done it. So I'll just quickly do this, everyone. I'll be back in. Right, I apologise for that. You wouldn't believe it, right? I got back from Warwickshire about 50 minutes ago. And then obviously I had a little bit of things to do in the flat. And then I jumped in a bath. And I got out of the bath approximately 4 minutes ago. So I've just washed my hair and conditioned it because I'm having it cut tomorrow. And I'm having what they call as a high fade at the Turkish. So I'm quite looking forward to that, and I'm quite looking forward to tonight's show. I'll bring on history man, Keith Pointer, because he's already there. We have got our special guest. I'm just waiting for him to join us also. Keith, how you doing, sunshine?
Hello, everybody. This is a history man talking from the hip.
How you doing, mate?
I'm doing fine. I'm running a bit like yourself, mate. I'm running the same.
It's been a hectic one for me, mate, I tell you. And I went magnet fishing yesterday and today. 2 days in a row, amazing finds and nearly half a ton of scrap we've pulled. So, but it's not all scrap, as you well know, Keith.
Yeah.
But we won't be talking about that at all on tonight's episode. That will be in a few weeks' time. Right, our special guest, Keith, joined, so I'm going to bring him on also.
Ooh.
Let's welcome everyone. Ashley. How you doing?
Hello, Ashley.
Ashley from Rughampton Raiders, one of the new members of Rughampton Raiders. And
well done.
Town called what town do you live in, Ash?
Brandon.
Brandon. We passed that on the A14 tonight, mate, coming home.
A14? We didn't touch the A14. Very good.
It's time for Brandon to come off on the A14, mate. And you're only 57 miles away from Brightlingsea. Did you know that? You're 57 miles away from Brightlingsea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hour and a half away.
How's that boat, by the way?
What's that, Keith?
Hey?
How's the boat? The ship?
Do you mean the battleship that was found?
Yeah.
That was Vinny's find.
That was Vinny, mate. Drake the Meg.
I'm just wondering. I mean, I got left out at the time, so I didn't know what was going on.
We will ask Vinny to come back on in the coming weeks, and we'll see what amazing job he's done in bringing it back to really, really good condition. So if you are watching this video or you watch this at a future date, hit me up, mate, because I want you to come back on the show. Right. Now, Keith, I want you to be a subsidiary for the first maybe half an hour of this show,
That's
because
all
as
right.
you know, this is Magnets and Mental Health, and Ashley's got a story to tell us. So we're going to listen, and then I'd like anyone in the chat that can possibly throw some questions Ashley's way. You can come in and we'll take it by there. We're going to play it by the hilt tonight. But I
Oh,
must warn everyone. At 9 p.m. this show will be over. I've got a very busy evening ahead of me. In fact, I've got a very busy week ahead of me. But that'll become apparent, more obvious later. Anyway, hello everybody. I've just gone into the chat room. Unbelievable. Barnsley Treasure Hunter, amazing. Thank you for coming. Lindsay Sills, absolutely amazing. Thank you, darling, for coming. Jen Cooper, as always, one of our best moderators. My angel. One of my angels. One of my many angels. Tellboy, how you doing, sunshine? We've got Leeds Magneteers. How you doing, Bill? Is it Bill or Andy? Not sure
what
who that is.
leads? Bloody hell.
Darren Stracy, how you doing, son? I'm glad for you to join us. Michelle Morris, hello, darling. I hope you're doing
Oh,
better.
by the way, don't forget,
Really
don't
do.
forget, guys, the club that Sonic Dave is on this Sunday. Have
That's
you
right. He's got a
gone?
birthday bash tomorrow, hasn't he, Keith?
Yeah,
I wish everyone the best, and I hope it's a wonderful, wonderful day
yeah,
for all.
I'm doing all of it. It's going to be a good one for kids. I could make it. I
No,
was run off my bloody feet today.
well, I was
Fixing
only round the corner from him all week, mate.
I've
And
been
if
on
I could
the
have stayed an extra day, I could have gone, but I
I've
couldn't
been on
stay.
the diesel. I'm putting a diesel pump engine
Okay,
into a diesel tank.
Keith, we're going to go on to Ashley now and his story. But we will
Yeah.
bring. We're going to be listening, and we're going to be definitely listening to what Ashley's got to say, and then we're going to see what comments there are in the chat and throw it at him. So don't want to put you on the spot, Ash, but
No, you're
you've got a
right.
little story to tell. You are actually the
Yeah.
son of a previous guest, aren't you, Ash?
I am indeed. His name is
Tell
Tellboy or
everyone who your
Phantom, whatever his name is on YouTube.
dad is. It is the Phantom Raspberry Blower. Everyone,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
his father. So,
Yeah.
Ash, yeah, go on. The mic is all yours, son. And we've got 13 people watching. We've got loads in the chat, and we're all ears, son.
Lovely jubbly. Right. Well, you already know this, and others already
Yeah.
know it. But I don't like to bring up the past, but I will for this episode. It's to do with magnet fishing in the community and all the shit that went on. So
Well, all I will say, Ash, is try not to be. I mean, you can be as judgmental as you like. It's Magnets and Mental Health, and it's going to help your own mental health by talking about it. Try not to directly involve any names. You can mention,
I'm not
like,
going to involve any names.
Whatever. Absolutely. Right. Okay, Ash, we're all
Yeah.
ears, son.
No names will be mentioned. I won't name the group that I was part of before Rockhampton Raiders, but
Absolutely.
as we all know, we all had our own differences before. We've had our own differences with a group, and I was part of a group, and we fished so well together that we had laughs, we had whatnot, we had great finds up there because we used to do Cambridge, as you know, and we were part of the group, so that fished in Cambridge, and ever since the crap that went on in the past between us and the other group that was involved, we got kicked out because of so-called bullying, and it was just shit. So yeah,
You
the
asked
admin told us.
regarding this bullying, didn't you, Ash?
Oh yeah, but as you know, as Dad knows, and as everyone else knows, we're not bullies at all. If we were bullies, we'd like to see the fucking proof of it. But
yeah.
because this admin mentioned that he'd kick me and my dad out of a group because of bullying.
Very silly.
Got
We
me.
won't mention the group. It is very silly because at the end of the day, they're part of my magnet fishing committee of my area that I'm in charge of, and yet they
Yeah.
took instant dislike to me because a certain other group didn't like me. And then
Yeah,
they
exactly.
thought if you affiliated yourself with me, they had to tarnish you with the same brush, so they removed you from that group, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They kicked us out because we were bullying, and there was no involvement of bullying at all. Not in the group page, not in outside when we were fishing together. There was nothing. The week before we were kicked out, or how many weeks we were before we were kicked out, we fished with them. We had a laugh. We did what we had to do. We found the scrap man. We collected the scrap and whatnot. Yeah, it was a good day out. But then a few weeks or a week after, we just unfortunately got kicked out of the group, which was weird because, like you said, we affiliated with
With
you.
no defence. You wasn't allowed a defence, was you?
No, it was. When he said bullying, I asked for the proof because I want to see the proof. And he said there's no point in showing the proof because it's not a court of law. So, well, if I'm being labelled as a bully, I want to see the proof of me that's actually doing the bullying, if you get what I mean. So,
Absolutely.
why
Yes,
not
of
show the
course.
proof if there's labelling me as a bully?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You're not the only one, Ash. I've done this. I had the same with a certain
oh
group.
yeah, you know that, Keith. Yeah,
Yeah, and
we
I've
all
been
know
through
that.
hell.
It's just a crock of
But you're
shit,
back
really.
again. You're back again. And
Yeah.
both of you are back again. Because what happened immediately after you got evicted from this group, Ash? You was invited to be part of an actual YouTube channel, wasn't you? You and your dad.
Yeah, we were. Rockhampton Raiders. So yeah, as when I took the screenshot of the message, I sent it to the group that we're part of, and immediately Jen from Rockhampton says, "You're on board with us." So I was like, "Fantastic, fucking great!"
And
And
you
we
got your
have our
own
official
uniform through
YouTube
this week
set.
as well, didn't you?
Hey,
You got your own uniform through this week as well. Your livery, your magnet fishing Rughampton Raiders, and what a wonderful, wonderful shirt that is that you and your dad got. It's brilliant.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
we
I
got
didn't
our own
know
shirts for it today.
you get
Officially
anything.
part of the Raiders, so
That's
just got
so
to get
lovely.
out there and get some footage.
Yeah, that's wonderful, mate. That is so. And Rughampton Raiders have also been labelled due to affiliation with myself as bad people. At the end of the day, 2022 is going to be an eye opener for a lot of people. But at the same time, I think 2022, we're all big enough, we're all adult enough that we can leave the past behind. Let's bring the community back together as one. And I mean the whole community. The Outcast family, who everyone knows, I've had differences with them in the past, are doing a wonderful, wonderful charity collaboration in August. And I know for a fact myself, I'm going to be there. Rughampton Raiders, they're going to be there. White Welly Magnet Fishing are going to be there. All our community, all our friends, we're all going to go. We're going to shake everybody's hands. We're going to put a past behind us and we're going to move on. And I hope the group that you used to belong to, I hope that they see this and that they realise what they've done wrong. I'm not talking about any other group here. I'm talking about the group that you was evicted from. And I honestly believe that, it was a massive wrongdoing. Yes, I hold my hands up. I might have said some things that, weren't very, very nice. But they were said in a private chat log that was recorded. And, we know exactly. At the end of the day, I'm not even going to go there. It was recorded. It was sent to a rival group. My own private lives, my own private mental health and issues was broadcast to other people. And because of my such close friends and community was agreeing with me, screenshots were taken of my private lives and sent to a group that we was talking about. Now, what I would say to any other group is that in your private conversations with your closest, nearest and dearest, you can't say that you've never ever aired your differences to your own group, thinking that, well, that will never get back to anyone. I can do it with my friends and it ain't going to get spoken about anymore. If mental health, it plays on your brain and you have to talk about it. So, Ashley, yes, I really hope that you and your dad, as part of the Rughampton Raiders team now, which you will always be, I hope that we will get us all to the collaboration in August, the Outcast collaboration, and everybody that we've got differences with, it will be time to put them differences behind us. It will be time to move on. We cannot change the past, everyone, but what we can change is the future. Let's bring it back together. This is a wonderful hobby. I've seen some things in the chat lately regarding, well, it's going to get banned in August. It ain't getting banned in August. It
Well,
is
can I
not
say something
getting
first?
banned. It's not even banned now.
I know.
Dredging is illegal. Magnet fishing is not. There is no laws in a million, anywhere in the world where it says, well, apart from France, but there's no laws that say magnet fishing is not allowed.
Oh,
So,
can I say something, Terry? I'm not sure if I'll be able to go to the collabs anymore.
oh, really, Keith?
I've got no transport, mate. I wouldn't mind paying towards it.
Keith, we're talking August, and I'll get you picked up, son. So if you want to be there, you're coming, all right? Don't you worry about that. So don't even go there. 2022 is going to be about repairing the damage, the divide within the magnet.
Does that mean I can't use any grenades or bits or 2-inch mortars to throw against somebody?
You're going to hit him on me, Ash.
If only.
Right, Ash, I'm sorry that I interrupted. Is there anything more that you want to say specifically about what?
Just like since everything went down, all the crap went down, I don't consider myself to be part of the magnet fishing community. I may be part of the Rockhampton Raiders, but I do magnet fishing for myself and just to get out, do what I can, clear my head of any bad crap that's happened. I just don't consider myself part of the community anymore.
Well, it's the same as me. I felt that way inclined. That's why I said on my live chat, I said that I might not do magnet fishing for some time because basically I feel like I've been let down that many times by people, right? And on top of that, right, I don't mind paying towards it, but basically I feel like Billy No Mates. When I'm on my own doing magnet fishing.
You say that all the bloody time, Keith, on your lives on a Thursday night. History Man, Thursday night live on Facebook. Don't miss it. Keith, I want you to stop saying that. As I invited you into the group, me and Pete both personally invited you to be part of the Essex Magnet Hunters. Now, when we've been out the last 2 days, who's been the first person we've called?
Me.
Absolutely. Who has also, many other groups have also called you in the last month?
Okay,
2 months?
Hang on, I've got an idea.
Go on.
Right, please. Right, hang on, let me get myself in the screen. For everybody, right, if I say it again, right, I will put £10 of my cash, right, £10, there you go, £10,
Okay.
right? If I say it again on my live chat, if I don't, well, it goes towards the
just started a GoFundMe. Well, the community has just started a GoFundMe to raise the extra money for Jen's beautiful boys.
Oh, there's a tenner for you then.
So, Keith, that tenner will go into the donations if you mention it again, son.
Yeah.
You are
If I don't mention it, I'll put a point with it.
the history man for all of the magnet fishing community, those that wish to use you. You are a wealth of knowledge, and I'm not being nasty. Spring chicken, Keith, and we love you. We love you.
I'm ancient, mate. I'm ancient. I'm 64 years of age. I'm ancient. Let's get it right. Okay.
Proper ancient, mate. Get it right. Proper ancient.
I'm vintage.
You fucking antique, son.
But here's one for you, for all of you, right?
Yeah.
I can do magnet fishing, right? I used to do grappling hooks before magnet fishing even came into it.
Wow.
Right? I used to do it years ago. I managed to get loads of stuff out with a grappling hook. So come on, guys. If you say that you do magnet fishing, why don't you use grappling hooks? I don't see none of them using them as often as they used to. When me and you, right, Terry, we was at Warsaw, What did I use more than
Without your grappling hook.
the grappling hook? And I was getting out loads of stuff.
I do
Loads
apologise.
more
I
stuff.
seem to be getting a little bit of feedback from Keith's microphone. Do you want to give it an unplug, Keith, and plug it back in for me, please? We're getting
Okay.
a high pitch.
I can't do it, it's down below.
I'm not sure why Jen's just done the alphabet in the chat. I think only she will know that. No doubt I'll find out later.
Oh, Jen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. I don't know if anyone, it might just be my tablet. It's only at 34% battery because I've been using it for the last 2 days, filming some amazing footage, and I can't wait to
I'm
share
still
it.
waiting for the other stuff that you found from the second day. Did you find the same stuff as before?
No, the second day at the collaboration, it was a wonderful day, Keith. But the second day was, it was more for the children. We threw in some Magnet Store metal little things, and we gave away some prizes for those that found them. The lake in Brightlingsea, as lovely and as picturesque as it is, we had quite a lot of people fish it on Saturday. And do you know what? Over the whole weekend, we only pulled out 200 kilograms, just under, in fact, about 190. Man said it was quite clean. Yes, there was 3 or 4 amazing finds, and that was it. On Sunday, the finds were on the metal detecting side. They wasn't whatsoever on the magnet fishing side. It was more about the socializing of the event on the Sunday, Keith. That's why we didn't call you, because there wasn't anything to show you, mate. Nick found a little jaguar when he was metal detecting.
I wish I knew about that. I could have told him everything about that.
Keith, it looked like, in fact, the undercarriage of the Jaguar was Matchbox. It wasn't old, Keith. It was as old. It weren't. It was 10 years old, mate. You know what I mean? It was in very good condition.
So some of the Jaguar cars, even Matchbox, even Dinky, or
it's on my shelf, Keith, because Nick Lee, right, amazing man that he is, he gave it to me to give to Bobby when I eventually, hopefully, have Bobby back in my life.
Now listen carefully with that Jag, right? What colour was it? Was it a dark green, or was it a bronzy green?
British Racing Green, they called it, Keith.
British Racing Green. There's only 4,000 made of those.
Okay.
Very for you. 4,000 made those, right? And they're collector items, even regardless if it's been buried, sunk in the water, in mud, crud, or anything like that. Right? You drag it out, clean it all up, right? And it's worth even more when it's worth out of the mud.
Really? Well, there you go. There's you learn, you continually learn in life, and every day is a learning curve, mate.
Because each one of them, right, was numbered, and if you can find the number on the actual matchbox itself, or even a dinky, they usually have a number that a very minute number on the actual shaft.
If we've got time at the end of the episode, I'll quickly grab it off the shelf. I don't think we will.
And if it hasn't got one,
9 p.m. and I need to end the show by 9 p.m.
If it hasn't got one on there, right, that means it's the early one. The early matchbox.
Okay.
Right. The later ones had numbers on them. The early batch was about 40 of them.
Really?
Right. Out of the 40, those what they call program. That means to say those before they started mass producing of it. Then afterwards, they started mass producing them, and they used to have numbers on them. There.
Right. Okay. Well, you continually learn, mate.
Yeah, because I've got loads, even bygone ones. People say, "Oh, those bygone ones are not actually either. They're not. Well, they've been mass produced, yes, but some of them are old gauge, for old gauge 176 millimeter to the size of it is, they go on O gauge. You got the 4mm, which is the matchbox ones, that is big. They go on for the double O, and that was what they was made for. They was made for the railways of Hornby and Train,
Okay.
right? And now Batman. And
I'll tell you what, Keith, can we go into further detail about that on a future episode when we've got more time? Because I think Ashley still wants to talk, and I don't want to.
I'm sorry, Ashley, I'm
apologise. You're a wealth of knowledge, and you don't stop talking. A bit like myself, I think that's why we get on. So, but Ashley,
another thing I meant to ask you, Ashley,
Yes,
you've got. I meant to say, you know the bloke on the rum advert.
right, yeah.
You know the rum advert, when they say about different people, you look a spitting image of the rum advert.
Am I?
there you go. There you go.
Quite a few people have asked me about that, and I meant to ask you about it. Now I've asked you, you do look like, you know, the bloke on about rum, not Navy rum, I think it's either Navy rum or some other rum, and it was an advertisement, and you look a spitting image of it.
Oh,
so he's my double, was he?
Yeah.
There you go, your doppelganger, Ash. Right, Ash, the floor is yours, Ash. Let's continue what you'd like to talk about.
Well, yeah, but as I did see a comment earlier from my dad saying that how I was bullied through my school life.
So
he's right.
Absolutely.
I was literally bullied my entire life through school, through college. There was one rumour going through college that I apparently had sex with my dog with, you know, fucking bestiality shit.
As some bullies be, eh?
Yeah, it got at the time I was doing bricklaying level 1, and it got so to the point I was like, you know what, I can't continue. But I managed to continue the first lot, so I passed level 1 bricklaying. Then I went on to level 2, and I got halfway through level 2, and it just got so much worse. I was just like, you know what, I can't continue with level 2. I've got to go somewhere else. So, but yeah, by the time the rumours all started, they hit the main site of the college as well. So I was getting a lot of shit through there. So eventually I went back down to where I was, which was called the Milburn Centre, which is where they do the construction stuff. I confronted that bully, and because he was with his friend, he was acting like, oh, you know, what, this and that. I just confronted him and I said, look, mate, if you don't stop what you're doing and what you're saying, because I know it's not true, I said, in the end, mate, someone's going to get hurt. And I said, it won't be me. But yeah, I went back up to that main site about the day after, and rumours still continued. He was actually at the main site. The bully who started the rumours, he got up to the main site.
Pardon my French.
Started telling them lot, and in the end, I just ended up, you know, just decking the bastard. So he soon backed off. But it's just shit.
It's when you've been bullied, your confidence saps. You have fucking zero confidence. I was like that, mate. Well, personally, I was like that. I'm not tarnishing everyone the same, but I was bullied heavily through my school and through my young years. And it saps your confidence, mate, and it makes you feel that you're not normal, that you're not accepted. And that's where a lot of the beef in the communities come from, because I can't stand people being treated differently to others, regardless of how long they've been in the hobby, how many subscribers they've got, or how many followers they've got. You know, we're all human and we all bleed and we've all got fucking feelings, and it boils my piss. But like I said, this year, it's a year to be the bigger people and to put all our past differences with all our, you know, ex-friends. Ex-friends. It's
what you're saying is bury the hatchet, but not in the back.
Yeah, well, I've been housing knives in my back for so many years, Keith.
Some
have been probably, you know, warranted, and a fucking lot of them have not been. But you know, I'm built back up, and I'm certainly a better man than what I used to be. And as everyone can see within the community, all I ever do now is try to help others. Um, and good things are really good things are happening to me at the moment behind the scenes. And I can't go into further detail about that at the moment, but in the very foreseeable future, people are going to be finding out exactly why this smile on my face is almost a permanent fixture, right?
I've
Because
got an impression that everybody else is drinking and smoking, and I'm on the old grapes at the moment, lads. I'm eating grapes.
you're funny.
So, yeah.
Yes,
Just
go
to
on,
let
Ash.
you know,
Go on,
well,
Ash.
I'm happy to answer questions if there's any that are in the chat.
Okay, let's have a look in the chat. Is there any in the chat? Lindsay Seals, she wants to know how you're feeling. It's good you're able to talk about how it's affecting you, but how do you feel now you're actually getting it off your chest, now that you've aired it? Because this will be on YouTube forever. And
yeah.
hopefully the perpetrators of your mental health, or certainly ones that have contributed towards your bad feeling and your mental health, hopefully they'll get to watch this. And if they don't get to watch it, because, you know, Essex Magnianus certainly ain't everybody's cup of tea. But if they do get to watch it or not get to watch it, they will get to hear about it. How do you feel now, knowing that you've spoken about it publicly? And, you know, it's just unfortunate, Ash, isn't it? It's so unneeded and unwarranted and undeserved. They're the three terminology words that I'd use, you know what I mean? But how do you feel?
I feel a lot better. Like, it's been in here so many years. It's been up, wondering what's going on. But finally air it and get it off my chest.
Yeah.
It's a lot
Let
better.
it out, genuinely, like, you know. As I said, don't bottle it up, let it out. And
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
with Terry,
My show. Do you know, go on, Keith. Go on, Keith. I don't want to interrupt you. Go on.
with Terry, right? My confidence has shot through the roof.
Good.
Right, my confidence has shot through the roof because of Terry. Terry helped me in my ways after we had battle of the senses, I should say. I'll not mention what. And then suddenly the table's starting to turn over. Or in my case, a flat wheel going into a round wheel. Right? It's like yourself, Ash. Once you say it about it, right, and you air the views, people will look at you as a person and not a dingbat as many people called me. Right? They haven't called me a dingbat no more. They said, bloody hell, he's got experience, he's got this, that and the other. Right? You know, just go for it. Improve yourself by saying, they know about me now, I can do what I can do.
Sunshine, yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, I think your dad's asked a question in the chat. What is a find you would like to get from your bucket list, Ash? What have you not found? What have you not found that you really want to find?
Don't say I'm a tank, because that's mine.
I'd love to go to Normandy, find them. Well, my dad knows, everyone else knows that I'm a lover of Vikings. I live in a town, or I live in East Anglia, which was Daneland back in the day. And eventually I'd love to find something of the Viking era, because it's just so, like, the history of the Vikings.
You're talking money. If you find something
of that,
you're talking
history. I found 2 or 3 bucket list finds, and as we all know, a gun is a bucket list find. I've got 2 non-fireable, 2 deactivated. I've got the mag of what I believe to be the Browning automatic rifle, which fires a 7.62 round. And I tested it. I say tested it, but the top of it is actually a perfect fit for 2 of those rounds. So for me, it is one of my finds.
I'll give you an idea. Right, the 7.62 is NATO. 7.65 is 303 in disguise. Right, a Browning, right,
No,
is usually a 767, right, which is a part of the NATO Bulgaria. But before that, it was first for the Second World War. The Browning was a lot more bigger. Right, the bore is smoother. So what you found there, right, is the bullets for it. You at the moment can get the size of 10 mil, and 10 mil are ideal for the Browning. It can take any other sort of ammo, but a Browning is more like similar to a 30 cal submachine gun.
wow.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
And if you want a demo on them, I'll try and get you to come up to the farm and you shoot a live one.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think that'll be a problem in the future. You know, I
Yeah,
think
well, I'm hoping to get people to come up to basically feel what a submachine gun feels like. I mean, I've got a Vickers submachine gun blank firer, not come out the cut. Mine's come out of an MOD place before they closed it down. Vickers submachine gun. I've got a loose gun. I've got a Browning, right? I've got, as you know, I've got a Bren gun, Mark 1, right? And there's quite a few people that know I've got other things in the pipeline. But I'm hoping, if I can, is get me mates to say, well, yeah, bring a couple of people up, but they've got to be vindicated. That means you'll be vetted.
really.
Yeah, that's how it is, because some of the stuff we got up there, right, it's criminal, basically. I mean, we got stuff up there that basically even
There's criminal fines everywhere.
yeah,
In every cut, in every water. Who'd have thought we'd have pulled out? What was it? It was a Webley, wasn't it? A Webley
Yeah.
1915, I believe.
1915, and it was a class as a 38.
Nuts, absolutely nuts. Yeah, it's quite crazy. And yeah, and regarding mental health and what have you, and both of you, your kind words that you've said tonight, I got a message this week from another prior, well, he's a friend, certainly a friend, and he was an ex member of the show, and someone that I asked to come back on, Roger Hipkiss. I'm not going to go into detail because it's not my business to talk about it. But Roger, if you're watching, I'd like you to come on and explain why you sent me that message this week, because he sent me a message about how his life has changed drastically since he come on Magnets and Mental Health. Somebody watched it that had been told a lot of lies about him, and this person watched it and they saw the real Roger, and he hit me up in the week profoundly thanking me for putting him on the show, for letting him tell his story, and it's changed his life to a degree. Massively changed his life because well, I'll let Roger tell you that, because I'm going to hope to get him on again in the next few weeks.
Oh, when you do, bring me on, because I tell you one thing,
It's not my business, Roger. I'm going to let you come on and I'm going to let you tell everyone. It would be amazing to have him back on. But yeah, guys, we've got another 8 minutes. So if you want to, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about, you know. We've got another thing from Liz here. The most important thing is to keep going, Ash. Each event is a learning curve, but you've held your own, and she can see a positive difference in you. You know, what has happened to me over the last 18 months is now happening within the community.
I don't know what it is, though.
It's fantastic. Yes, Keith.
I don't know what it is, but for some known reason, it seems to rub on all of us now. Right? Whatever you said, it rubs on us. And whatever we said out there, right, has not come back as like demons in the sand. Right? This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Basically, what we said, my having you in life.
Yeah.
Right? I felt I'd blown my brains out many a time.
I think
Right?
we've all people that watch this show, mate. I think we've all
I,
been.
I, I stuck a gun up to my forehead like that. And my mate said, what the are you doing, Keith? And I said, I'm hoping to blow my bloody brains out because nobody else likes me.
Mm.
You know? They had that much, so much hatred against me and so much going on. In the end,
It's not by everybody. It's by a very small minority.
I know it's a small minority, but even so, I took to the drink, as you know. It took me a whole bottle of rum to get on this bloody show.
That is
Right?
not good. That is not good.
And then when I spilt the beans, I haven't touched a drink since then.
Yeah.
Right? And for some unknown reason, my entirety has gone all the way up through the roof. I'm liked by loads of people. One person said, you're vintage. More like, oh, that's really, but still, I couldn't believe it when they said, well, you're vintage, you're part and parcel of the community. I said, oh, that's the first. Never known it that way. But yeah, Vinny says, now, Vinny, you've got the right to address everything like you have. You told whatever's happening, right? And hopefully, and will do, it will change.
I'm positive that 2022, we'll get the summer out of the way. We'll wait for the Outcast collab, and everyone's going to be there because everyone knows within the Magnificent.
I will be there. I've got money riding on it.
And it's more of a celebration of the hobby and the wonderful things that we do within the hobby rather than the magnet fishing. We don't throw the magnets out much, just like at the Essex collab. It was more about the social aspect and the love, which is just so fucking
Another
massive.
thing, the railway's coming along. I'm building a big bow bridge, right? I'm building it as I go along because sometimes I've run out of nuts and bolts and everything else like that. I'm building it, but as I'm building it, I'm building my mate's thing, the caravan. Yeah, a shed and a load of other things. But the thing is, though, mind my own bloody business in the back garden, as you usually do. Like, what the hell's that? The hedgehogs come back. I thought, great. But no, hang on a minute. What's that by the side of the hedgehog? Oh, God. Right. Bet that big.
Quiet, please.
Right. Oh, Christ. What else? And then the squirrel comes up. He started. Now I've got apart from hedgehogs, rats, and squirrels in the garden, I have now got magpies, rooks, crows, and now I've got the jackdaws in the garden now.
Yeah.
All the worst things to have in the garden.
Oh my word.
Everybody's got a two air rifle so I can shoot them and things.
Wow.
Not the hedgehog, or the rooks and that, but the rats, I've got to get rid of them.
Yeah, that's not, they're vermin. They're vermin at the end of the day. Right, guys, I am so sorry. This is so rare. And as I said, at 9 p.m, I have to end the show. Ashley, this is not going to be your only appearance, obviously. I'd love you to come back on in the future when we've got more time. It is nearly 9 p.m, and as I said, at 9 p.m, I do have to go. I've got a very busy evening ahead of me. So we are going to end this episode now. I'd like to say thank you so much. Also, no, hold on 1 minute. Michelle Morris. Now, you're one of my biggest fans, Michelle. And I know that you've been going through a really tough time mentally lately, from what I've been seeing from the outside looking in. Would you like to be a guest on the show in the near future, Michelle? Would you like to? I'd love for you to talk about your mental issues. I'd like to hopefully help if I can. You're a wonderful advocate for magnets and mental health. I mean, look at your profile picture, for Christ's sake. It's the symbol that Chris created for us. And, I'd love to have you on, Michelle. Don't think you're alone, darling. There's plenty of us there, and you can always talk to people. She's saying no, she's too shy. Well, Michelle, if you've got troubles, I think I'm going to try and make some time this week, and I'll try and hit you up, darling. Right, everybody, thank you for joining. It is almost 9 p.m. It's 8:58. I've got someone at my door, and obviously it's a member of the public, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to you two guys. Thank you to everyone in the audience that's watching.
Ash, if you get in touch with me if you have any problems, give us a shout.
And
Will do, mate. Will do, mate.
Absolutely. Ash, thank you so much for coming on. Keith, again,
Pleasure,
thank
mate.
you for being part of the team. And,
You're welcome, mate.
Ash, you're part of the family, because at the end of the day, we've got a family within. There isn't our group isn't called a family, but we've got a group of us within the magnificent fishing community that are a family, and you're all part of that group. But it is all about inclusion and not exclusion, like Hannah said from White Welly. And we're going to make 2022. Well, we're certainly going to be going there to hug and to shake hands with everybody. And
I'm
hopefully,
not sure I've done better the hatchet and somebody, I'll put it in the ground instead.
oh, shut up, Keith. Right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the audience for watching. I'll be back next week, I promise you.
And
Keith,
me.
later. Ashley, see you later. Moderators.
Bye
See you
now.
later, mate. Take care.
Each man signing off.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Like and sub.